Welcome to A Moment of Faith. I'm Pastor Tim. Today I want to talk to you about a reason to remember. In Psalms chapter 143, the Bible tells us, I remember the days of old. I meditate upon all thy works. I muse on the work of thy hands. As we are today remembering 9/11 and those attacks that changed our lives, changed our world, it does us good to remember those things. And the psalmist says, I remember the days of old. I remember what happened back then. And sometimes we look back and, like for 9/11, they're painful memories, memories of tragedy, memories of things that are hard. Sometimes we don't want to do that because it brings back emotions, it brings back painful thoughts. But it's good to do that because those things left a mark on our lives. Those things impacted us. And, and even in all those things, God is faithful and God is working in our lives. All throughout the Old Testament, even the New Testament, God is continually reminding us to look back. And one of the things He does often is He says, look back at Egypt. Look back at where I brought you from in Egypt. Egypt was a painful time. Egypt was a time that was very hard. It wasn't an easy time. But He says, I want you to look back at Egypt because I want you to remember where I brought you from. And today, as we look back at a hard time in our lives, a hard time in our nation, I want you to look back and remember where He's brought you from, where He's brought you from spiritually. Today, as we look back, I want us to look back at where God has brought us from, how God has brought you from sin, and He has brought you through the chains of addiction. Maybe He's brought you through hard family situations, brought you through many financial struggles. Maybe He's brought you through sickness. Whatever it is, I want you to look back and remember where God has brought you from. As today, as we remember, God has brought us a long way. And David is doing that. He says, I meditate on thy works. I muse on the works of thine hands. Where you have brought me from, I contemplate, I think about it, I remember it. Because it's good to remember where God has brought us from. Because it gives us confidence to know that the same God that brought us through all the things that we've been through is the same God that will take care of us today. And is the same God that will take care of us in the future. Today I just want to challenge you, and as we reflect on 9/11, I just want to challenge you to remember where God has brought you from with confidence that He's got His hands upon you today and He's going to take you through in the future.